Good Lord. Looks like we got ourselves here another pandemic. Biggs here trying to babysit Nolan. Biggs, Nolan, get in here.
What is it, boss?
What was it that our guy Fauci said, after the Rose Garden super spreader?
What, Major? Did data speak for themselves?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly, that's it. The data, the telltale heart, the data speak for themselves. This is science. What do we have in data on this virus? Pull every little data point you can find and let's go through this with a microscopic sight until we find something.
What are you thinking, Major?
Think about the devil. Devil that is in the details. Here, no one. Play this tape.
Okay, boss.
I like to keep an open mind. I keep an open mind until we definitively prove one. But that the most likely explanation is a natural evolution from an animal reservoir to a human.
Stop right there, Nolan.
Okay, boss.
Our guy Fauci says the most likely explanation, no promises, but the most likely explanation is a natural evolution from an animal reservoir to a human.
To the bat cave, Batman.
Exactly. What do you have on this bat?
Okay, boss. Major, they have found that the bat SARS-like coronavirus strain, bat CoV rat G13, had a 96% identity match in China.
Let me check my notes. Got it. Keith Bang Lu, Cell Journal, June 2021. SARS-CoV-2 is closely related to several CoVs from bat sequenced from the Rhinolophus aphanus intermediate horseshoe bat. Yunnan province is the closest relative to SARS-CoV-2 with a 96.2% identity of the overall genome sequence and 89.3% amino acid identity in the receptor binding domain, yada, yada, yada. They found only one variant of rat G13 compared with SARS-CoV-2 is the absence of 4 residue PRRA insertions at the S1S2 cleavage site on the spike S protein. So that's the start. Now we have to move this bat, coronavirus in Yunnan, in a bat in Yunnan to the outbreak in Wuhan. What do we have on this?
Over 1,000 miles, boss.
Give me exact distance.
1,063 miles.
Good. So what do we know about the habits of this bat? Where does he eat? Where does he sleep? What does he screw? What is it?
Rhinolophus aphanus. Check out Alexander Hassenden, Nature Journal, July 2021, boss.
Got it. Let's see. Most Rhinolophus species involved in the ecological niche of SCOVRCs have to hibernate in winter when insect populations become significantly less abundant. Okay, so they're not plant eaters and they're looking for bugs. Hibernating bats. This is like our hibernating raccoon dogs. We have a pandemic conspiracy of mammals who pulled this off in their sleep and killed 7 million people. Wait, what's this here? This may be different for most Rhinolophus species involved in the ecological niche of SCOVRC2s. Type of virus. It says it needs to be further studied through comparative field surveys in different regions of China and Southeast Asia. So that's an open issue. But the ecological niches of SCOBRCs for SARS and SCOB2RCs for COVID-19 just happen to slightly overlap in the zone, including southern Yunnan, location of a military-grade virology lab, northern Laos, and northern Vietnam. They're really wonderful places. What's this here? Chinese researchers have actively sought sarbecoviruses in all Chinese provinces after the 2002-2004 SARS outbreak. Okay, they found many bats SCOBRCs, but only 2 SCOB2RCs. That's our virus, only 2. And both of them were discovered in, guess where, fellas? Southern Yunnan, Chinese province bordering Southeast Asia, location of this virology lab. So this puts our virus still about 1,000 miles away from Wuhan, where the outbreak began. So how does this virus on a horseshoe bat in Yunnan, location of a virology lab, travel all the way to Wuhan besides helicopter, 1,063 miles away, to set off a pandemic in 2 distinct lineage strains, A and B, and both arriving in Wuhan in November or December 2019? Got any theories?
Close only counts in horseshoes?
Very funny. Stick to your day job. I think I know where you're going, boss. We need to figure out how much virus has to be shed in viral load to infect the next host in the spillover. Wait, Bruce Elwood, the lead investigator in China from the WHO, said getting the virus is a function of coming into contact with the virus and how much is being shed. You remember that? A Vox Media interview, I think it was early March 2020. Fauci said the most likely explanation, no promises, but the most likely explanation is a natural evolution from an animal reservoir to a human. So let's move this virus from Yunnan to Wuhan. How many particles in the infected dose?
Wei Ji has a challenge study with the Syrian hamster. He reported an infectious dose of at least 100,000 particles.
Jeez Louise, 100,000? That's a lot of virus to move in one transaction in 2 train loads to Wuhan. Highly contagious diseases in a human requires no more than 15. 15,000? No, just 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. You know what I mean? How about another intermediate? What do we have?
Looks like they required at least 100,000 particles on everything from lab mice to Rhesus monkeys, boss.
That's ridiculous. You require at least 50,000 spores to transmit freaking anthrax to the most resistant human being. Nobody thinks that anthrax is an infectious disease for humans. Okay, most people. And this requires 2 times more to infect a monkey, the closest thing to a man. You have a bat who is sleeping around with other animals. That dog just doesn't hunt. You need to transfer far too many particles between this bat reservoir to an intermediate host before it gets to Wuhan. It's like it would take probably at least an hour. And over 1,000 miles away, Christian Anderson and Mike Warby are saying this happened across over 1,000 miles and landed in Wuhan in 2 distinct lineages, one infecting the wet market with lineage B and the other infecting the earliest cases with lineage A. And the prime suspect is a hibernating raccoon dog, all begun by a hibernating bat. Lineage A was the businessman staying alone in a hotel when he got infected, boss. I don't even want to imagine that scenario. This is already far-fetched enough. Play that tape again, Biggs.
That's right, Fauci. I'm not trying to solve a puzzle here. I'm just a poor working man that's paid to hunt.
This message was approved by Major Mike Webb. Honest. Hey, Chaplain, you got a prayer for pandemics? You better start praying right now.